letting in a bunch of people as they come in. If you could do me a favor, just like we do every morning on my mindset call, feel free to put in the chat your name, where you're from. We do a lot of networking on here. Could have a place that maybe your hometown is in that you didn't know about. There's always a opportunity. So feel free to share with us your name, if you want, your company, where you're from, anything like that. There's always something out there that we can relate to. And I always like to see on these events, I meet new people, and that's what it's all about. So we are going to allow some people to come in here as they trickle in. I am a big person on video. You don't have to be on video, but I do like video. I like to see people. Stephanie, thank you so much. Jim, Jessica, we got Heather, Greg, Dave, we got Sandy, Pamela, Wendy. Let's see who else. Good old Pamela. Jim, my buddy Jim from Nashville. What's up, buddy? Him and I were in our class in Nashville together, so he's probably going to, critique me on what I got going on to make sure I'm saying the right things. There could be a couple things I'm missing, but as people are coming in, feel free to put into the chat where you're from, what you got going on, where you're at. It's always nice to be able to see. We're doing a lot of screen sharing. We're going to get started here in about another minute or so. I do a lot of screen sharing. I am not a professional in social media. Okay, so let's just get that out in the open. I'm not a professional in social media, but I'm really good at taking notes and I'm really good at implementing things. Yesterday, Wendy and I we were doing something, and we literally on the spot hired him out, worked with him, did it, and I was like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "I just can't believe this. We just talked about this 2 days ago, and we're already doing it." And I'm a very big advocate of if you implement something, you should do it within 36 hours. So I learned this stuff last week. I said I'm going to share it with people that have been on our mindset call, people I coach and train. And so I'm going to be balancing back and forth between screen saving. Make sure you have your notebook here. I told people two of my pet peeves this morning. One is slow people driving in the fast lane. And people asking me, what did I say again? Or like a week later saying like, hey, Brock, what was that again? And I'm like, well, did you take notes on that? Because I told you to, write this stuff down. So make sure you write stuff down. I'm going to be giving you some websites. I'm giving you some information on basically exactly what they were sharing with us, so I can teach you how to be able to implement and put it in your business right away. So I'm going to be managing a little bit of both, of allowing the participants in at the same time going through the my screen sharing. If anybody has any questions, put up your hand. I do like to engage with people, so feel free to unmute yourself when I ask some questions. So without further ado, I like to make these things very short and sweet. 45 minutes tops is where I want to go with this. And so I will keep everybody moving and shaking. I do talk quick. I am from upstate New York, and my brain is constantly going. So first and foremost, my name is Brock Zevan. I'm a life coach, business coach, a real estate agent, and a dad. I have two beautiful kids, a 4-year-old Bryce and a 10-year-old Brielle. Wendy Smith, who is in here, not only are we in a relationship together, but she is helping me through this new adventure, this speaking curriculum, this new career path that I'm taking with. And so she has helped me out. Some of you she might have already reached out with. So she is on here. If you have any questions or anything else, feel free to direct message her. But she is here, as well as her daughter, Alexis, who helps me put this together, because just like anything, you can't do these events. You can't orchestrate all this stuff and reach out without having people in our team and in our organization. So I'm very thankful for both of them to help me. One of the things I want to share with you guys today is I believe this. I believe, and I can prove this, I believe money does not stop us from growing. I believe it's the number of people we engage with that stop us from growing our business. I'm a strong believer of that, and I can prove it. How is that? Because I was $153,000 in IRS debt about 2 years ago. I had all my credit cards completely maxed out. I've had both my cars repossessed. I had a credit score of 512. I've had my house foreclosed on, and I've lost my job. And I was in a lawsuit for 2 years and had to pay $76,000 for dealing with some embezzlement and dealing with some lawsuits. Okay. When it's all said and done with, when I added everything into play, I was roughly about $712,000 in debt. Today, I sit here in a huge financial difference with the 752 credit score. I'm very proud of that. That's why I say it. Because people who don't understand where I came from. And what I've learned is when I go through my challenges financially, I'm still here today. I'm fortunate not to impress you, but I brought a brand new Denali with every bell and whistle that you possibly can have. You can't do that with a 512 credit score with cars repossessed. I had to grow. So what I've learned and what my coaches teach me is money does not get in the way. It's the number of conversations that we have with people, a number of people in our pipeline, the number of people that we talk to on a daily basis. And the best way to do it is to cast a large net, and that's social media. Social media allows us to talk to a large number of people in a short period of time. My coach, Cody Askins, you can look it up, Cody Askins with 8%. He's 33 years old. He started with my coach, Coach Burt, 4 years ago, and now runs a multi-million-dollar company. And basically, for those that are on here that were part of it, I know Jim was with me when we were in Nashville. It's very, very impressive to hear what he says and what he does in a completely different high-level environment. And so it's very, very important to understand what I'm about to share with you in a short period of time. These are all things he did and where he is today. Now, if you're not trying to run a multi-million-dollar company, you don't have to go crazy. But if you want to make a couple extra bucks, here's a good way to be able to do it. And a lot of the things that we can do today. So first and foremost, I wanted to be able to give you a little introduction to share with you that it's the number of people we engage with. The guy that I'm speaking with today at 3:30 is Nate Kennedy. You can look him up online. I got an appointment with him at 3:30 today with a partner of mine, Chad Free. For those that might have listened to him on the other Friday on our mindset call, he does 65 million emails a month. Okay. Well, in order to do that, you have to have a lot of people in your database. And that's what I'm learning and that's what I'm building up. So I'm going to share with you 5 things that I pulled away from it. And then what I want to do is if you have questions, okay, if you have something in here, either raise your hand. This is engagement. If it's prone to where I need to answer right now, I certainly will. If not, we're going to save it for the Q&A. And put anything that you want in the chat. If you have any profanity or anything to me, at least if you mind prefacing it to the end, I appreciate that. But for the most part, it's wide open for whatever it is that we want to say. I'm very transparent for those that know me. By a quick show of hands, just real quick, just to make sure that our Zoom works here. At the bottom where it says which one is it? Reactions. If you scroll down the bottom, you look at reactions. How many of you, by showing me your hands, have been on my mindset motivation call in the morning? How many of you have been on it? Show of hands. Cool. Good. Awesome. Well, I appreciate your support. I appreciate you being on in the mornings. For those that get to listen in, here we go. We've been talking about it since I came back from Thursday, and let's dive in. All right. 5 things that I do. The first thing I'm going to teach you and tell you is this. Write down your name. So the thing is, it's Brock Zevan Agent Report Card. The first concept is online presence. You need to know your online presence. You need to know exactly what it is that's out there. Okay? I told you that I was in a lawsuit for 2 years. I told you that there were some embezzlement issues that I had to deal with my property management. $76,000. Do I have to face, still to this day, people bring it up? Yep, I do. It is there. It is in my agent report card. I prefer if you guys don't go on it and click on it and get all happy. I'll probably juice it up from number 4 to number 1, but it's there. But it's important for me to know that I have some dirty laundry out there. So when that comes into play and somebody says something to me, I'm not like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you found that. So the dirt is just as important as the good. But if you Google it, put your name and agent report card, you will see what comes up, what's out there, what people can see. Some of the stuff you might not like that you're seeing. Some of the stuff is transparent. Some of the stuff you might be like, damn, Brock, there's nothing about me. Well, you got a lot of work to do then. Okay. You've got a lot of stuff that you need to be doing. And so your profile is very, very important because that is your online image. Show of hands to me, how many of you think online image is important? By showing of hands, how many of you think online image is important? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. For those of you who are new to the Zoom and the hand raising, just let me know when you remove your hand or lower it, because I'll think you have a question if you don't lower it. So just unless you do have a question, but for the most part, just don't forget to lower your hand. But online presence is very, very important. So you need to go in and take a look at that, to check that out, to make sure that you have everything that you need or what you're seeing. Okay. The next thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to do a screen share here with you. And I want you to write down this. How many of you have a Google business account? How many of you have a Google business account? If you don't have a Google business account, let me make sure. Here's my screen. A Google business account is very, very important to have. And here's mine. Okay. Can you guys all see that? Somebody give me a thumbs up if you could see my name with my kids, Brock Zevan, life coach, realtor, speaker. Give me a thumbs up. You could see it. Okay. Wonderful. So far, so good in the technology of bouncing back and forth. Okay. This is very important. There's two indicating facts in Google businesses. Guys, Google is the #1 search engine out there. No matter what you try to do out there, guess what #2 is? Can anybody tell me what #2 is? You could say it, unmute yourself, because trying to have me switch screens is a little bit challenging right now. But who could tell me what the #2 online search is that people go to?
Like a Facebook business account.
What's that?
Facebook.
Facebook is one, but there's one more than that.
I would say either YouTube or Instagram.
YouTube is #2. YouTube is the biggest thing. And just to let you know, Cody Askins started his business 4 years ago on YouTube. Okay. He started 4 years ago on YouTube. So Google is the #1 thing where people go to and they look at. Look at my views this month, guys. 3,580. Can everybody see that? Do you know what day it is in the month? It's October 4th. 4 days in, I have 3,580 people looking at me. 6 years ago, I had probably 3 people looking at me. This does not happen this does not happen overnight. This takes time. You'll hear the quote I say, consistently good is better than being occasionally great. This is the Chinese bamboo tree. This is where it takes 5 years to grow. This is what, if you want to be able to build yourself up, especially depending on where you are in the business, Google business is a great way to go. The next thing I'm going to show you here is Google reviews. I had 3 Google reviews when I started in January. Google reviews was part of my goals on my 2022 business plan. I wanted to increase. My goal is to get to 50. I'm at 52. The problem is I wish I made my goals 100. Does anybody know why I wish I made my goals 100? Because at 50, I decided to slow down because I reached it. And so I haven't been really working it as hard. You will actually see me asking you guys for a Google review at the end of this, so I can get continue to build my momentum. But Google reviews are very important. Your business page is very important. So what I recommend you doing is going in and make sure it's updated. I came in and I changed my name. Why? Is because SEO stuff, they look at it. So whatever your name is, whatever you're doing, whatever your title is, you need to go in here and you want to do what it is that you're doing. So Brock Zevan, life coach, realtor, speaker. Okay, so search engines pick that up. Having my information all updated, my Google reviews updated, putting my information in here. My next thing I'm going to tell you that you need to make sure of is Calendly. Okay, the Calendly. Let me go to mine. Here's my Calendly link. If somebody wants an appointment with you, okay, and they say, hey, I'd like to be able to touch base with you. It looks very professional when you can send them over a Calendly link. I have different Calendly links all the time. 30 minutes one-on-one, dinner with Brock, lunch with Brock, coaching with Brock, 15-minute phone call. I primarily use the 15-minute phone call quite a bit. For those that know me, I break my the way I do things, I break it up in 15 minutes on my schedule. My coaching program, Efficiency of Time, I do it in 15 minutes and 30-minute increments for me to be able to build in my calls or build in my schedule. 30-minute meeting, 60-minute coaching consultation. All these things come into play, and all I do is I copy the link, and then I come into here. I can easily text it, and then all of a sudden, this is the link that they come up and they see. This allows them that opportunity. It makes you look professional. It makes you look like you know what you're doing and what you got going on. So Calendly was a big thing to make sure you have your profile set up. So profile engagement and profile setup is part of the online presence, okay? I believe Kimberly mentioned Facebook, right, Kimberly? You said Facebook out there is another important ingredient. You're absolutely. People have like their profile of a picture when they were like in college. I hate to say it, guys, but we grow up and we change, and so we have to update our pictures. So make sure when you're on your Facebook, okay, my Facebook page, have updating information, have whatever it is. I saw a lot of different banners up there. They're supposed to have a lot of different pages to showcase what you do. So banners were very important to me. Working on your followers as well as your following and the number of people you have. The intro here, I learned that was very important. If you look at a lot of your social media specialists and what they do, the intro is very important to make sure you have that. Your edit, your bio, make sure everything is up to date. Make sure all this stuff is up to date. Next, and I'm not going to go through every single social media that I have, but Instagram, okay? Make sure you have your Instagram up. I'm going to stop share so you guys can see my wonderful face here. Somebody has their hand raised. It's Wendy. I knew it would be somebody that, let me lower her hand, unless she has her hand open, but lowered your hand, Wendy. So Instagram, the next one is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is another big one. Okay. LinkedIn is a big one. How do I get reviews, and how often do I update my profile? I update my profile if there's anything specific or anything big going on in my life, kids, job, career, anything like that is what I do. How do I get the reviews? I go there's a Google review link. I copy paste it. I actually went into GoDaddy. GoDaddy, I probably have 15 or 17 different websites. They're $10 a year, and I create brockzevanreview.com. And so I go into the link that I have my Google review. I forward it to brockzevanreviews.com, and then that's what I send out. It looks more professional than like QRZ127884 to be able to do that. So Google reviews, good questions on that. I'm trying to look at the questions as I talk. Now, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok is like coming up. Okay, a lot of people ask me, am I doing TikTok? Okay. When I asked the coach, I said, which one do you prefer? Which one do you like? He goes, the one that makes me the most money. Okay, pretty simple to me. I was like, well, that makes sense. Facebook. Facebook is what makes him the most money. Okay, then Instagram is next, and then YouTube. Okay, YouTube pushes everything towards landing pages. We're going to talk about that. So we have Google Business, we have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Calendly. Our profiles, literally, you guys can do at 147, 150 today. Actually, I prefer you do the Google review, and then you can go and do the profiles that you have. But update them. Go in and update them. Guys, when you update one, just start copying, pasting things, and just put it in there, okay? Get an updated picture and put it out there for you to be able to do that. All right. The next one I'm going to touch base on that a lot of people don't, it depends on your CRM. Most of you look like you're from the area here, or a lot of the teams that I coach, New York has the same MLS as us, and so does Florida, and North Carolina have our MLS, which has this in it. So let me go back to my share screen. And it's called, I want you to write this down. I use the acronym RPR, but this is the residential property report. Okay. The residential property report, if I was savvy and quick enough here, I'm going to try to do it really quick. It's in your MLS. Okay. You come into the MLS. For me, it's right here in Matrix. You know, I'm going quick. I got to log in. You log into your MLS. It comes into here. It's part of your realtor tools. Guys, it's part of what you already pay. I use this all the time. Read later. Okay. So I come into here. Here's the RPR. Can everybody see that? Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you can see that. Everybody has that. Can see that? Yes. Good. Thank you. Thanks, Sherry. So the RPR is a great place for you to go. And it comes right here. And this is where I put in all the stuff. So if I was to, I go into here to put in an address. So when I'm doing my for sale by owners, when I'm doing my expireds, when I want to post something out in the open, I'm just going to pick any property that comes up. And here's a home right here, 7907 Leisure Lane. And it gives me a report. It gives me an off market, tells me the price. But here's the key thing, guys. I go to create reports, mini reports, run reports, and very shortly this will pop up. Okay. Another thing to do that you can write down is called Make Tiny URL. Costs about $4.99 a month. Make Tiny URL gives you an opportunity to be able to see and follow how many times people click on things. So I use it for Big Brother when I'm texting for sale by owners. I know they're the only person. Sydney loves RPRs. D Jones, it's free. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, this is a great way. And as soon as this thing pops up and it says 2 minutes remaining. So it's going to take me a little bit of time until it comes up. But it's a great way to be able to engage with giving them this report. And it looks really good. So RPR is another one that let me just pick up one here so I can show you what it looks like. So here's a property. I literally copy paste this address up here. I would put it into the Make Tiny URL. That's what I send out. But you come down here, look at I only had to do it once. And now all this information is right there. It looks really sharp and professional, right? It gives us, hey, here's their price. I'm a little upset. It's an active property. I wonder what's going on with this property. I wonder why I didn't get it. Oh, well. But here it is. Here's the price. I was dealing with this a lot when we were calling FSBOs and expireds, and home prices were crazy. See the 545 to 403 gives us a range. Just tells us all this information about the property. I'm going through quickly because we're short on time, but I want you to be able to understand that this is a really important piece of information that literally, as you see here, I copy paste this, I put it into here, I post it, and boom, instantaneously they're getting this information. Okay, it's a very, very fast way to be able to share information, and Make Tiny URL lets me know if they got it. Okay, any questions on that, on profiles and what that looks like? Because I'm moving on. Anybody got anything? I'm going to stop share so you can see my face again. Make sure everybody's good. All right. Chat look good. Everybody's good. Wendy has not texted me yet anything bad. So far, so good. Now, the next thing, number 2, YouTube. YouTube is number 2. Do I feel they're pretty accurate? Amy asked that question. I do feel that they're pretty accurate. I really do. You send it to the person you are talking to, correct? Yes, I send it to the person I'm talking to. Absolutely. So I send it to them. I put it in the Make Tiny URL, and then all right, let me just show you guys real quickly here. Since I'll just squeeze it. We got a couple minutes here. So I go to Make Tiny. This is like teams are blown away when I do this. They're like, wait a minute, what do you do? So Make Tiny URL. Okay, so let me go back to share screen, put it up. So here's the tiny URL. Okay, can everybody see this again? I'm going to try to blow it up a little bit. Look over here, 3 clicks, 4 clicks. This is the webinar, 10 clicks, 3 clicks, 17 clicks. Guys, I'm hounding that person. I'm actually hounding anybody that puts on a click that tells me what it is, because now it engages with me. So I know that they're looking. So I might say, hey, 20 days ago, this person's looked at their tiny URL, And I might give them a call because I already have their information. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Just wanted to touch base with you. Wanted to be able to see this. Wanted to see what you thought about the house. Did you take a look at it? Oh, I did. Oh, wonderful. Well, I know you did. Okay. But the tiny URL is a good piece there that I want to share. Okay. And you can make adjustments inside the RPR if you like. Absolutely. All right. Moving quickly. YouTube, guys, has been really, really amazing. I didn't realize my YouTube. So here's my YouTube channel. Okay. Very blessed and fortunate, almost have 2,000 subscribers on my channel. It took me a long period of time to get to the YouTube channel to look like this. Okay. How many of you, show me your hands, just make sure we're all wakey here. How many of you have a YouTube channel? How many have a YouTube channel? Bring it up. Let me see. A lot of no's. It's okay. Anybody out there got a YouTube channel? Okay. Greg's got a YouTube channel. Not yet. Sydney. Claudia, not too sure. I'm getting a couple more people on video. I like seeing some of the videos. Sandy, no. Okay. Jim Morris, nothing yet from him except a big J. Okay. So Lori, no. All right. YouTube channel, guys, is a great way to start engaging with people. I told you that most people, when I do projects, I go on to, when I do projects, I Google or I go to YouTube. How do I put in a hot water heater? How do I change an HVAC? How do I fix this? YouTube's a great way that people are starting more and more to go to when you're doing this. So my YouTube channel is very, very important to me. And it has a bunch of different videos that I've started to create. Okay, I've been doing this for a while. And so one of the things people are going to be like, well, Brock, that's a little overwhelming. I don't have all that stuff. These are all the different ones that I have on mindset, my coaching, different programs. Some of it shows my age. Here I am and my kids. So all these different things of what I've done is on YouTube. Well, YouTube's a really great way to start sharing your stuff. Okay, so a couple things on YouTube he taught me. One up here where it talks about create, you click on that and you can go upload video, which is what I do on Zoom. So how do I get my videos? I go to Zoom, and then when I'm on Zoom, I download it and I put it into the YouTube and I upload it into here. Okay, I'm going to share with you a couple things that they taught me. All right, so you upload it on here or you can just go live. Now, Jim, you have your hand up, so I wasn't too sure if you have a question. Nope, you just put it down, so we're good there. Let me double check any questions. So YouTube is very important. You upload the video, you go live on what you do. Here's the other important thing that I try to tell people and what they need to do. All right. So let's do this one. Let's see if this one was done correctly. All right. So this is very important. When you go in here, you need to be able to put in information about what the video is. Actually, this is the most part that most people don't do because what I call, and I'm not trying to be mean to people, is just this is the laziness part because this is the extra work. You have to go into here and write some information about what you got going on. You have to put some information of whatever it is that maybe is about the video because people are going to look at that and they're going to use that to be able to search for what you're trying to do. Okay, so it's very important that you fill out the analytics part of it to be able to put in there because YouTube really enjoys that. They like to see that type of thing. All right, so making sure you have a good banner. Oh, sorry. I'm like, why do I hear my voice? It's because this. So you can set up a promo video as well. You can see all my YouTube channels or YouTube, all my different social media channels are here. So a lot of different things on YouTube. And what we do is literally on my mindset call, we're pouring into it because they want more content. So that's what I do. Every day I do my YouTube, it goes in, or my Zoom, it goes into here. So it doesn't have to be extravagant. You could talk about it. I wrote down here, what are some things I can do videos on? Okay. I said, go and write this down. Google, it's crazy. Here we go. Google ideas for real estate agents to share on video. That's literally what I do, guys. It's really not complicated. I wish I could make it complicated, but I can't. Like people are like, Brock, that's silly. I know it is. It's silly, stupid, but that's what I do. I get information. I do a lot of market reports. I go into my MLS. I mean, you guys see here, MLS. I mean, this is how much easier can I make it? I take my market review. Oh, wait, let me quickly, I'm trying to work with you guys on screen share. Screen share, market review. I got 45 homes up. I got 45 homes coming soon. 133 hit the market. 17 did a price increase. God bless them. I don't know how they do it. I probably should reach out to them and figure out what they're doing. And I got 112 price decreases. Okay, this is what's going on in the real estate market. This is what I'm doing. Guys, I'm already on the MLS. I might as well just take this information and share it and put it out to people. People want to hear that. Do you know what the top 5 trending things every single day that is on the internet? In the top 5, I don't know what number they are, but politics is like up there, and so is real estate. Politics and real estate are always in the top 5 of things that people are looking up and doing. Oh, and inflation. That was the other thing. Inflation was the other thing. So that was something that was very cool that I thought like, oh, wow, I didn't even realize. I mean, they're like, why are we going all over the place to search for content, look for information? Now, here's the secret. This is what I thought was fascinating. If Jim's on here, he would be like, I remember saying, they're like, Brock, what was your aha? I was like, what Cody said about this blew my mind. So you see my titles that I put in here? I was like, yeah, well, I have to create different, like, I'm like, what should I create my title? How many of us are like, I don't know what to name it. I don't know what to call it. And so all the time we're like, what do we do? And then my analytical people, they're like trying to figure it out. So what they do, here we are, Lake Norman Real Estate, 1.5 thousand, 50,000. Okay. There's always, look at what they do. Now this guy right here, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm like staring at it, but you guys can't stare at it. Now you can stare at it. Okay. I just put in Lake Norman Real Estate. Put in wherever town you're from, wherever you're at. Put in the town, the area, whatever you want it to be, and put in real estate. Watch what pops up. Then take a look to see how many people are looking at it. 1.5, 50,000 8 months ago. She's not even in it, for crying out loud, right? Drives me crazy. Just listed luxury. Now, I actually know this guy, Mitch, really good guy on here. Him and I battle many times because we both do for sale by owners, and he's a really good for sale by owner. Greg actually has met him a couple of times because Greg does a lot of these. But you'll see what he did here is he put at the very end, he put his listing, or he put his name on here. So what they've taught me is all you do. Okay, I'm even gonna, I gotta get close to you guys so you guys hear this. He takes the exact title that somebody has 235,000 views and just uses it. That's it. I was like, Cody, come on now, seriously, what do you do? He's like, that's it, that's all I do. Because there's no copyright infringements on you using that title. Nobody owns that title. So he takes the title, and that goes for anything that you guys are trying to do. I want you just to go look at other people's titles, and we're going to teach that here very shortly in the Facebook ads, but just take their ads and use it. They always say in the NFL, it's a copycat league. This is a business entrepreneurship copycat league, guys. It's the same exact thing. All right, I got to move faster. Now, the number 3 thing, so we talked about videoing, and we talked about edit, or we talked about the video, and you might be like, well, Brock, how do I edit this stuff? How do you do it? Okay, so I'm going to go back into, so number 3, so number 1, online presence, number 2, YouTube, and number 3, it's Fiverr. Show of hands. Let me go back to this. Let me go, because I can't see everybody when I do this. Show of hands, thumbs up, do something so I can see how many of you have heard of Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com. If you didn't, there it is. Fiverr.com. Okay. Fiverr.com is a great way to be able to financially go in and video editing here. You could do any of these things, guys. Take a look here. You got graphic design, digital marketing, writing, video animation. And then when you click on it, and I set this up already, so, but $30, $40, $45. Okay. These are freelancers that allow you to help you do the things you want, because 62, okay? I'm in the process of being to get my DISC certificate, and we'll talk about that later. But the DISC certificate allows me to understand personalities at a very high level. That's part of my black belt of personalities I'm doing next week. But in this, it allows you to be able to, 62% of people are S's and C's. So analytically, I know that when people are putting stuff together, or when they're analytically, where was I going with this one now? See, I got all distracted. I don't know. It'll come back to me. I'm not going to waste any time. But, see, people aim for perfection. Analytically, people are always like, well, I can't do it because it's not edited. I can't do it because it doesn't look good. I can't. No, that's not the thing, guys. You have to put yourself out there to put it. And if you only spend $30, I mean, here's some 140, 30. Just go ahead and do it. Just put one out. It's better than nothing. So stop worrying about being perfect and work on your process of getting it done and putting it out there. So Fiverr.com is a source that we use. So why I say Fiverr.com, you might be like, well, Brock, I don't get it. Well, because one of the things that we talked to Cody about is Cody tells me that he now has a team. Okay. So he has a marketing team. He has all that stuff. And I said, wait, bud, I don't have a marketing team. I don't have that financial capability. I don't have 6 people just waiting for me to send them some stuff. He goes, go to Fiverr.com. I've been using Fiverr.com, but it really validated to me that I'm on the right path, because I always like to know that I'm doing the right thing and what the high level people are doing. And so go to Fiverr.com. It takes care of a lot of stuff. Some of the book that I'm writing, Fiverr.com is helping me out with writing my book, turning scripts into conversations, the copyright, and doing all that stuff. So this really helps me out. Okay, moving quickly. Number 4, 2 more away. Number 4, all right, Facebook Live. Ooh, I'm getting people. I can tell that Facebook Live people are the ones that don't even go on video right now, or they had to go to the bathroom, or they're hiding, or they're multitasking, or whatever it might be. Okay. Video, guys, is where to go. YouTube, I told you, is number 2. Facebook Live is right there because people want to see it. People want to have it. Glenn has a question. His hand's up. Oh, no question. He's just, okay, we're going to lower his hand here. See, I do pay attention. I look. All right. So Facebook Live is so very important. Guys, you need to go into Facebook Live. I do. Let's go into here. Share screen. So Facebook Live, a couple things that we go into here. Nope, that's my message. Here's my Facebook. So Facebook Live, you will see, just closed. Yay. That was good. Nice little closing. Where is it? No, I got to go to. So in my Facebook Live, I have a group, Brock Zevan's Mindset Motivational Coaching Group. But you'll see in here, I could take my videos that I have here and I can then share them and put them out. And this is just automatic. They love seeing raw people live. They want to see people like be natural, but we're not natural because we get all nervous when we go into this. This took me a long period of time to be able to go on Facebook Live at any given point to talk. So if you don't feel like it, here's some steps for you to be in Facebook Live. 1, just turn the camera around and just play around with it and talk from the camera from behind it. Okay. That's the best way to start getting used to it, is that just turn the camera around, flip it over, and just start talking and showing some things like what a beautiful day at the lake it is. We really enjoy it down here in Lake Norman. The weather is perfect. It's October. And look at us. Boy, wouldn't you want to live here? I live here, and I've been living. That's all you got to do. Then when you get a little crazy, flip it around. Hi, how are you? My name is Brock Zevan. I live down here in Lake Norman. I'm so excited. I got 2 beautiful kids, and I love to be able to share with you a little bit of lake. Quickly turn that, right? But it gets you going. And then if you really want to do it longer, then go with somebody who has a high I that doesn't mind the camera and likes to talk, i.e. me. So you go in and you partner with somebody, you get with somebody else like, hey, Brock, I'd love to be able to have you do a lot of Facebook stuff. Would you be interested in maybe helping me out with a Facebook Live? We could do something, or get with a partner and just be on Zoom together at the same time and do a Facebook Live. There's different ways for you to be able to do it, or take your camera and put 2 people next to you. All right. But Facebook Live is really, really good to be able to get people engaged and to be able to see you. And it helps like Facebook loves it. Okay. It really does with going into it. Now, the next thing I'm going to share with you guys is the groups. I asked you all on how many of you been on my Brock Zevan's Mindset Motivation group. Okay. In my group that you see here, I have 221 members. Okay. 6 weeks ago, I had 0. Well, actually I had 1. It was me. Okay. This is gradually building. My goal is to have 1,000 people in 6 months. People like you sharing it. Hey, you need to take a look at his group. Okay. That's what it's all about. So start a group that might fit your niche. Maybe you're a boater. Maybe you're into, I don't know, a special skill in with like, those tiny homes or ranch homes or whatever it might be that fits your niche. Here's a good opportunity for you to come up with a group. A lot of people, another thing I've heard of is going into subdivisions, or if you're an insurance agent or a mortgage broker, something that you're really good at, it's your niche, create a group around that and start building that. How many of you, did I tell you in the beginning, I said to you, how many of you listen to my mindset motivation call? I have about 90% of you who listen to it, and now 90% of you are on here. That is because I have an audience that I've created through my Facebook group. Now, moving on, because I got to go with time here. Now, next thing that I'm going to share with you, I want you to write this down. Let me open this up, share this. I told you I was going to move quick. Now we got 45 minutes. I want you to Google. I want you to write down this. Okay. You guys see ad library? I want you to put in there Facebook ad library. This was crazy. This was like my number 2 aha when Cody shared it with me. Once again, I told you YouTube titles. Oh, I don't know what to do. Okay. YouTube titles. I go to YouTube. I find a title that works. It's got a lot of people. Boom. I use it. Next. What ad? Oh my goodness. What ad do I want to do? What am I going to do? People, what a blah, blah, blah. Okay. Come into here. Go to Facebook ad. It'll lead you right to it. Then I come into here. I click all ads. By show of hands, how many even know this? Did anybody else know this? I had no clue that you could even do this. Anybody else know this? No clue. So I'm going to come in here. You could see I've done Eric Thomas, life coaching. I've been messing around with it, trying to see. I'm just going to do local real estate agent just to make life easy. But here it comes. It's telling me the ads these people are running right now. Guys, October 4th, they're running an ad. The farther down I go, they tell me who's doing what, what's being sponsored. It goes into all this stuff. Now, guys, I told you in the beginning, I'm not a social media specialist. Okay. All right. But I want to get around people who do the social media specialist stuff. So I can say, hey, do you see what Stacy Dude is doing? That's a unique name. Stacy Dude. Okay. She's got a lot of things going on. I really like what she's doing. She's had this ad. She's been running it. And then I go to see ad details. And then I could take a look to see she has 192,000. Oh, no, that's the local real estate. But it just tells me how many people are following and what she's doing. And then it tells me, because I always never know how many people know what to put in their post. Like, I don't know what to put in there. Like, what's too much? What's not enough? So this tells me right here, it's like, wow, okay, this is what she's doing. This is what she's got. So Facebook ad library, guys, is a great way for you to be able to do that. I'm going to keep the share screen going on here because I'm going to jump into my last one. Okay, the next one, I don't know who's at EXP. I don't know what firm you are, but EXP has the KV Core. You might have KV Core, you might have a landing page, whatever it might, or the point I'm trying to get to you is landing pages and squeeze pages is number 5. Landing pages and squeeze pages is number 5. So we had 1 was online presence, 2 is YouTube, 3 is Fiverr.com, 4 is Facebook Live and Facebook groups, and 5 is landing pages and squeeze pages. I did one recently for my class that I'm doing. I went to landing for my event next week, landingpages.com, mylandingpage.com. Alyssa, I don't know if Alyssa is on here. I haven't been able to, I'm trying to look at everybody. But Alyssa was the one that helped me. She was my event coordinator for putting this together. Okay. So this landing page is where I went. Now, I had to switch over, and you're like, well, Brock, you were just talking about KV Core. I know I was talking about KV Core, but I can't use KV Core because it has the EXP logo on my landing page. And so when I'm doing coaching and I'm promoting coaching, I have to create my own landing page. And I think it was like $15.99 for the month for me to be able to have landingpage.com. But you might say, well, what does that mean? In the real estate world, you want to Google, you can go to YouTube, how to create landing pages, how to create squeeze pages. I take these pages and then I put them into my Facebook. Okay. So here's the path. Landing pages, squeeze pages from whatever CRM I'm using. I create, and then I take it and I put it into my Facebook, my Instagram, or whatever else. Well, Brock, stay with me. I'm almost done. Well, what do I put on there? Well, I put on there when I go in Facebook ads library, I find out what those people are putting on there for a certain area, and I copy paste exactly what they put, except I change my name, my information, and I post that. Now, the more you dig into Facebook ads, it will tell you, and I'm not going to get into it today because I think it's a little bit more in depth, but you actually can find out where their audience is, who they market. When I went into Facebook ads here, just really quickly, hold on, because I wanted to see what Eric Thomas was doing and what he does and what he coaches. So real quick, you can go to Eric Thomas and some of the stuff that they're running. Oh, now where is he? Eric Thomas, all ads. Now it's not popping up for me. But it tells me all the different things that are on here. And then you actually can go into some of the stuff that they do. Oh, no, I'm still sharing. Here's another thing I want to share with you that he told me. You'll see here, you guys see multiple versions of this ad. Over here, he has 9 different ways that he's doing this. Okay, he has 9 different ways of all his ads. And you notice there's a different ID number, because what they've said is, well, how much money do I put down per day? What does that look like? And a lot of times what people do is they think like, let me just do one ad and put in $25 a day. They don't do that. Okay, you see that there's 9 of them. What they do is they'll take 7 ads and put $5, and then they'll spread it out across the table. So they're still spending $35, but they're doing 7 different ads in 7 different areas. I thought that was fascinating. I never knew that. I was like, oh, wow, here I am putting it all in. And they're like, let me guess, it doesn't work. And then you think you wasted your money. I'm like, yeah, that's it, Cody. What else? He goes, and I bet that you just stopped doing that. I'm like, yeah, you're absolutely right. I think it's pointless. He goes, oh, yeah? Well, I made $1.4 million in Q3. I was like, well, all right, Cody, enough, buddy. But that's what he does. Like, and I'm like, wow, that's so fascinating to me. I never thought about that. So when you do your ads, spread them out. Take different areas, take different locations, take different homes, take different audiences, and use that and try that out if you're doing Facebook ads. So it's 8:47. A couple of things to conclude on, then we'll kind of open it up. So in conclusion, let me make sure I got, so some people talked about the Facebook. I was looking at that. Facebook makes me look so exposed. I get so nervous. Yeah, guys, it's just part of it. It's a growing. That's when you know you're growing. All right. So real quick in conclusion, what we have is, it's not the money that's stopping you. It's the number of people you're exposing yourself to. It's the number of conversations. It's the number of people you're reaching out to. You have to tell people you're a real estate agent, not a secret agent. Wendy used to say it all the time when we were at Keller Williams. She used to be like, don't pretend you're a secret agent. You're not a secret agent. You want to make money. You want to make business. You're a real estate agent. Share it. You're an insurance agent. You're a mortgage broker. Whatever it is, you need to share what you are and put it out there. All right. Online presence. I said at 150, but you're gonna have to give me another minute or two. Okay. By 2 o'clock, you can go on, do your looking at all your stuff to be able to see what you need to do there on your profiles and get yourself involved in the real estate. Make sure they're all updated, pictures, profiles, and everything else that you have. Google Business, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Calendly, and residential RPR reports. And I threw in the Make Tiny URL for a bonus. YouTube. Work your YouTube channel. I know everybody's like, oh my gosh, but guys, just don't, it doesn't have to be done today. Break it up. Fiverr.com. Taking a look at Fiverr. Excuse me. See where you're weak at. See what you can use to help you promote your business and help you grow with Fiverr.com. Number 4, Facebook Live. Okay, get out there. Share your stuff. I gave with you some strategies on how you can build up before you get to it. Facebook groups. Create a group. It could be anything. I've seen Lake Norman restaurants. I think Lauren Rocco put in there like places to eat. My next one was going to be about chicken wings. I'm a huge chicken wing. Anybody else on big on chicken wings? Man, I love chicken wings. And so like, I always like to know where the best spot to get chicken wings. I test them out and I'm like, man, I should do a Facebook group on chicken wings and be amazed at how many people probably follow it. So chicken wings is one. And then landing pages and squeeze pages. Just depends on what firm you're at. KV Core allows that opportunity. I know other programs, other firms have different KV or have different landing pages and squeeze pages. But the concept is getting a squeeze page or a landing page, a call to action, sharing it on Facebook, Instagram, your social media platforms. Use the Facebook ad library to help you create titles, create posts so you can share with it, and diving in deeper on the Facebook ad library to be able to use that to figure out who your audience is and how much money you want to use if that's where you want to grow. All right. Everybody has their own thought process on what that looks like. All right. So a couple key things that you have opportunities for that I'll be emailing you. One is next Tuesday. All right, now I'm going to give you guys a special. This is what my coach says to do. You got to give specials, Brock, for all those people that are on there. Okay. For those that have already paid for it, I will give you a discount because I know Sherry's on here that I saw that already paid for it. So on Tuesday, I'm doing a 90-minute webinar going in depth. I made, and not to impress you, but I made $62,000 last month talking to FSBOs and expireds. Okay. I don't know if you know this, but the market is shifting. And so next Tuesday, I'm going to share with you my disc analysis. I'm going to share with you on how I believe that you have to understand yourself before you can start analyzing and working with other people. But once you understand yourself, the conversion is much, much higher. So I'm going to be breaking down FSBOs and expired conversations using the disc personality. It is on Tuesday, October 11th at 1 o'clock. It's normally $97. If you go in, I will put it in here. It's bz3.com, not the BZ3 coaching, but bz3.com. My D in New York, she always makes sure that she always makes sure that I have the right stuff on here. So let me put it in here, bz3.com. And today, if you sign up between now and 3 o'clock, it'll be $47. $47. I will have it out there for 90 minutes and I will share with you. For those that know me, I'm transparent. I tell you exactly what I do, how I do it, and what it's involved. 90 minutes, everything I got on how I'm converting FSBOs and expireds, using the disc personalities, using the book, How to Turn Scripts into Conversations. I will share with you it all. I'll do it for $47. But it has to be done today because then I'm going to go repost it and rebrand it again starting this evening to be able to get people on. So if that's something you like, if you like what I'm saying, if it makes sense to you, if I identified with you, if I triggered something, you're like, man, this guy's got something here. Or be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? He just runs his mouth. Okay. So there's some opportunities for you out there to be able to be a part of something that I feel is going to be very, very crucial in the next 6 months in this real estate industry or any entrepreneurship. And it also works in your personal life. Wendy and I have a really good relationship because we're both D's and sometimes we battle, but we also know when to kind of like, okay, enough is enough. And so it really helps out in relationships as well. So we're going to be doing that. I'm in Florida in 2 days. I'm going with some of you. I think Dee is going to be here. Dee Owens, she's going to be down in Florida, but I'm going down there literally to talk about the black belt of personalities. That's the name of the class. I will be sending you an email for Google reviews. Okay. Please, I ask. I need to get my numbers. I want to be able to work on my Google reviews. So I really, really appreciate it for the Google review. If you guys can, I will send out an email here shortly in a little bit. But I am going to be looking at the chats. Thank you. Will be recorded if I register. If you register, it will be recorded. Yes. If you register the Black Belt of Personalities. For those that hear me, okay, I did my live calls this morning at 10:30. A couple of you on here. All right. I thought you guys did a really good job of understanding what it's all about, but I'm not going to get into so much of that, but I just want an opportunity to be able to share with you what we got going on for the next event. I'd love to be able to have you. Remember, by 3 o'clock today for the $47 for you to be able to be part of it. I put it in the chat, the BZ, and it's spelled out THREE.com. Anybody have any questions for me? I know I said 145, so I always do the questions at the end. So for those that got to go, they can go. And for those that have questions, that means they're engaged and they have some more things that they want to say. But I want to thank you all. I thank Wendy and Alexis for those that helped me get to this point of being able to have them. It was great. I think we had over 32 or 33 people on here today. So I definitely appreciate everybody taking time. But anybody, I'm opening it up. You can pepper me with questions, ask me more about Nashville, whatever it might be, that you got there. Anybody have anything?
Quick questions, Brock. I was on a phone call trying to rescue a crane developer down here in Naples for
geez.
boats. Yeah. When you connect, you connect. So I actually found a crane for this guy. Anyway,
That's awesome.
The last thing that you said was on the afternoons. Is that in the chat box for me to look at the registration? Is that?
Yes, it's bz3.com. It is in the chat. You will also see it in my Facebook. So I encourage people to check out my Facebook page. As you guys saw, Brock Zevan's Mindset Motivation Call. It's on my Facebook group. But bz3.com spelled out is where I'll have my next event, and giving a discount for you guys that took time today to be a part of it, $47.
Perfect. It's all about solving problems for people is what we're up to.
It is. Absolutely, Sydney. And I wish you all the best. Prayers for you. I know you're down there in Florida trying to, you were on the prayer call. Sydney, we've been together all day today between my prayer call at 7:30, my mindset call at 8:15, my live calls at 10:30, and this today. Sydney, you've been with me all day today. God bless you.
Thank you.
Anybody else got something they would like to share or ask me a question? I don't care what it is, guys. I really don't. People always ask me, one question people ask, Brock, how do you become a life coach? I said, you've had a lot of problems, a lot of challenges, and you figure out a way to get out of them. So that's how I became a life coach. Thank you so much for taking time to be with me today and implement it. Take action. You guys got 36 hours from today to take action. If not, it'll just be another notebook that you put in your book or put in your drawer that you won't use. So thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you for all those that left some nice chats for good stuff for me in the chats. I appreciate you guys. I'll be sending out Google reviews. I really appreciate your time on anything you could share with us. And don't forget at bz3.com, our next coaching session on Tuesday. All right, guys. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.